Hey, Pearl, how are you today? Hey, and here's Minnie. Look at the pretty flowers I just planted. What? Oh, you're right. I almost forgot. Another day of soul care.
Hi, everybody. That's our opening of SoulCARE. Thank you, Renee. That was great. I'm not sure how it went, but I think it went well. Okay. Okay. Hi, everybody. Come on in. It was the first time using those credits, so we'll see how they worked. You like the video, Ann? Good. Thank you. That's the premiere of Pearl, Minnie, and Pearl, who are currently getting ready to come back home, and they have been away for 10 weeks, or 9 weeks now, and they've grown up. And I'm happy to say they'll be here very soon. They've been in preparation on many different levels to get them back home, and I have 10 pages of notes I have to go through and learn when they get. So for them, when they come back, like their potty training time, their eating time, all their commands. So it's going to be fun. So I wanted to share that with you. The opening SoulCARE. Hi, Anita. Thanks, Ann. They are cute characters. It's true. Hello, happy Lionsgate. Happy Lionsgate. Yes, it's 8/8/22. That's right. August the 8th, Lionsgate. We'll talk about that a little bit tonight on Both Sides Now with Kelly this evening. We'll do that. I hope you've had a great weekend. I've had a great weekend getting ready for the doggies and also getting ready for this week, which is really an incredible week. We're going to go to that in a second. But I just did a video with TikTok, and I wanted to share that with everybody, the things that I talked about. And if you're on my TikTok page, feel free to join that too. Many times right now, well, many different professions of people who are on TikTok, whether they're psychiatrists, whether they're business people, whatever they are, whatever they're doing. A common, it seems, that video that people love are, what have you learned, the 5 things you've learned the most from the profession that you've been in. So I just did that, and I'm going to give you the 5 things that I've learned. So the first thing I've learned to share with people and share with you, and you can share with others, as far as being a psychic medium in the past 39 years, 40 years, whatever it was, is number one, what other people think of you is none of your business, because nobody knows you better than you know yourself. We know these truths, and no one can love you more than you can love yourself, because nobody knows you. So what other people think of you should have nothing to do with you, because you're a unique individual. Number 2, thoughts are things. So even though we don't see them physically, they do exist. Very much like we have microwaves, radio waves, television waves, infrared waves, all around us, floating around us, if you will. We have thoughts that are real, that are all around us all the time. And people send out thoughts. And even when you go to a certain environment or atmosphere, you'll pick up on thoughts. Usually, if you walk to a place, you'll feel comfortable and happy, or you'll feel uneasy and unsteady. So that's because the thought form that has been sent there beforehand or during, right? Same when you meet somebody, you'll feel their energy first. It's all about energy. That's really what it's about. So the third thing, if tomorrow was your last day of life, how would you live today? So never leave this world with unfinished business. Make sure you don't carry that over into the next level. You don't want to do that. You want to leave anything that's unresolved, completely resolved here. You want to start a new life there, a new awareness there. And it's like making sure everything's cleaned up, the door's locked, everything's taken care of before you leave. So that's really, you should do that. And whether that's forgiving someone, understanding someone, saying hello to someone, doing whatever you have to do to have no unfinished business is really important. Number 4, never have unrealistic expectations of others. We try so much. I was very, very much this is a lesson I had to learn early on too, because I did this, and it was placing your own expectations onto somebody else. And you realize, well, why don't they do that, be like that, or a certain way? Because they're not aware of that. They're not necessarily on the level that you're at, or they don't have the understanding that you have. So we can never place our expectations on somebody else. It's unrealistic. So everybody we have baby souls here in this world. We have postgraduate souls here. We have everyday souls, all different types of beings that we interact with daily. And that interaction, when you interact with those beings of just different levels, it creates various scenarios for us to live in, to learn from. So try to learn and to teach those that you're with every day, because everybody you meet every single day is your teacher or your student. So remember that one. Number 5, the most important, is forgiveness. Try to forgive. Whether someone has hurt you, realize that they're maybe in a certain position, they didn't understand they hurt you, they didn't intend to hurt you, or they might have been traumatized from a younger experience, and they didn't really mean it or didn't know anything about it. They're maybe not at that level. So try to take the high road, because forgiveness is really a spiritual virtue. I can tell when I work with people that they hold on to their traumas, they hold on to their old stories, because it feeds them. It pays them off in some way. They can stay in that victimhood, if you like. It doesn't do anything but hurt you. It pulls you down. And, when you can't forgive, it corrodes you from the inside out. Let's say it's an emotional thing. And it's still staying blocked in those emotional levels, those emotional centers. You're blocking the flow of energy, of life force. So please, forgiveness is indeed a major virtue we should know and learn and use and live with, and also teach others. So those are the 5 aspects that I've learned as a psychic medium. So I wanted to mention those to you. And the other thing I want to mention to you was, but this whole week is going to be really, really incredible, because it's all about pets. It's all about the animals. My animal course starts this week, and it's on the 10th of August. And I hope all of you will be there, because it's going to be an incredible time with Samantha Curry. So it's really, really looking so forward to the animals. It's all about the animals, right? And I thought, and here's the information for you. Spiritual Animal Friends kicks off Wednesday, August 10th. And if 2 live workshops plus 3 amazing on-demand lessons, we're going to have lovely, lovely evenings. And who knows what's going to come through. I know I'm doing some readings. We're answering questions. It's got some really great stuff that you can, again, apply to your life. And when I was doing this research for the course and really working this course out, I came across some very interesting facts with animals. And I've been watching everything on Netflix about animals, any documentary I can find about animals. And, animals are our greatest teachers down here. I got to tell you, unconditional love. But a couple of facts I found, which I thought you'd find so interesting. Okay, there's the facts. Number 1. This past weekend, I was feeding some golden finches outside my window. And I stepped back inside, looked out the dining room window, and there were some finches, and they eat upside down. This finch was like eating upside down. I'm like, what's going on? It's on my Facebook page. You might have seen the picture there. And it was pretty cool. So finches eat upside down. I'm going to read this to you. Finches eat upside down. Golden finches are acrobatic, in the way they can go upside down from a sunflower one moment and then eat standing upright the next. The dexterity trait with their food and bill allows them to benefit from food sources that are otherwise not accessible to other birds. And many times I've seen golden finches actually go down to the ground and pick something up with their beak upside down. Pretty cool. This is a really good one I found. Only half a dolphin's brain sleeps at night. Dolphins are mammals, so although they live at sea and can hold their breath for an exceptionally long time, they do have to come up for air from time to time. It is for this reason that a dolphin's brain will never fully disengage, as it still needs to retain enough motor control to occasionally go up to the surface and breathe. Dolphins also sleep with one eye open at all times. Yeah. All right. Crows hold grudges against people for years. So remember that. And what's the whole group of crows called? A murder. Science says cross a crow don't cross a crow because they'll remember you for years. After mask-wearing scientists captured crows and then released them, the crows taunted and dive-bombed the people every time they had the mask on. The mean spirit persisted for years, and the captured crows even told others about the bad people. Wild. Teenage elephants become delinquents if they don't have strong parenting. And this is not the first time I've heard this. Just like a teenager can become troubled without proper parenting, elephants suffer when their adults are taken away. Really, really true. Elephants are one of the most incredible pack animals, and they live. They're totally for the group. They're not individuals. They're really the group. They live for that group. And Samantha Curry, who's going to be with me in the workshop, one of her experiences, I mentioned it here, but I'm going to mention it again. She was called by the San Diego Zoo because they were having trouble with their elephants, their herd. And she went down there and she said to the zookeeper, "Did you lose a calf?" And this goes, yes, we did. I said, do you have any more skeleton parts of the calf? Goes, yes, we have part of the head part. Yes. So they took it. She put it in the middle of the center of this ring, of this area that the not a ring, but an area that the animals were, the elephants were, and they left and watched from a distance. And one by one, each elephant on their own went there, broke off a part of the skull, and went their own and buried that part. 5 elephants. And after they buried that, they were all okay. They were fine. They never had a chance to grieve. They never had a chance to say goodbye to the baby calf. And they were all depressed. So Samantha was able to help them to not be depressed anymore. That's one of her many, many hundreds and hundreds of stories that she'll be talking about. But it's very true with elephants. Just like a teenager can become troubled without proper parenting, elephants suffer when their adults are taken away. In the 1990s, a gang of teenage elephants whose parents have been cold ran around murdering rhinos until middle-aged elephants were introduced to them. While the adult males around, the teenagers weren't hopped up on hormones anymore. So the male adults were there, so it helped them. That's funny. That was pretty good. And so, just so you know, the workshop about the animals, understanding your animal friends, is going to be. I'm going to mention a little bit about what it's about. If you haven't heard about it before, it kicks off this Wednesday, April 10th, and it'll be 2 live workshops with 3 amazing on-demand lessons. And we really teach about the sensitivity issue as far as communicating with your animal, whatever animal that may be. And there are certain ways and techniques and insights and sensitivity methods that one can use to do that. So we'll be talking all about that. The works are going to include learn to better understand and communicate with your pet using your intuition and theirs. I talk to my Maisie every day, whether they've been with you all their lives or just recently became part of the family. Samantha's techniques will help you get to the root of fear, anxiety, and antisocial behavior. And I've answered a lot of stuff on Facebook about people who have trouble with their doggy or kitty or even a bird. Someone's worried about the dog licking their fingers too much. I pause. A lot of people are writing in stories about on the Facebook page I've been answering. But we'll go through that too in the workshop. Who rescued who? Learn how to make your rescue feel safe and welcome in their new forever home. So become a happy, confident member of the new tribe. Now, as I say that to you, I've been preparing for my puppies, Minnie and Pearl, to come back here. And they know that. And I was with someone the other day, and she said, you know, your babies, your doggies are really yearning to get here. I said, I know. So they know I'm preparing for them. I think you have to. And I'm setting up the space. I'm setting up their beds and making things comfortable. So it'll be an easy and adapting easily to the new environment that they haven't been at in 10 weeks. So this is a new environment for them, and they got to be comfortable. Okay. Helping your pet to thrive. Emotional intelligence applies to pets too. James and Samantha will show you simple ways to read your pet so both of you can benefit. Learn special techniques for healing your pet while reading the energy, color, auras, and more. And that goes back to that time when Maisie was ill, and I was driving her from the vet down to San Diego from Orange County. And I remember she had pancreatitis at the time. And I'm driving my car, and my right hand went to her belly. And I was clairvoyantly very aware. And it's interesting how when I'm going to talk about this during the workshop, but clairvoyantly, you can't make it happen. You got to be very passive with it and really let spirit take over. And I did. And I became aware of shapes, the shape of brown, gunky stuff in her pancreas. And it looked kind of like, a tube, a twisted tube of some kind, and brown and dark colored. And I just removed it with my hand, or had the intention of pulling that away, pulling that out of that area and into a digestive tract. And I just felt the energy. I just felt it go there. And that's all, right? And clairvoyantly would see the shape and moving. So I just did that. And I knew when that was over because I felt, okay, it was complete. And that was it. We got home, and she had to go out poop, and she did. And what came out was the exact shape of what I saw clairvoyantly that cleared her down a digestive tract. So that was very interesting. So we're going to talk about techniques like this and how to help your pet in times of crisis every day, if you will, how communicating every day, how much they are aware of the colors in the room, how much they're aware of what you're eating. They're always very keenly aware, very highly focused. Animals are amazing. Yes. Samantha shares stories from her amazing career as an animal communicator and learned how your pets' enhanced senses give them superpowers. They do. Birds, the way the birds' feathers move. You can train your animals as well. When you work in harmony with them, it's the best thing you can do. So that'll be all this week. So Wednesday, please sign up if you're interested right there at the JP School of Mystical Arts. And it kicks off this Wednesday. Okay. And I'll answer some questions you might have. Julie Mamker. Hi, James. My Savannah fur baby went to heaven on 7/29. I'm sorry. I was wondering if she fought on her papa at 3:29 a.m. Woke him up. Was that her? I think it was her. Could be. Could be. They're always around us. They'll come in other ways. And if that behavior was common for Savannah, then that would be definitely her. Hi. Is this workshop different from class with the same name? It's different because it's adding more information to it. It's a lot more information we're adding to the 2 live workshops. So it's the one I had 2 years ago, but we've added a lot more content to it, and plus the live workshops. A lot more content, live workshops, and other techniques we're putting in. Hi, Anita. Could you talk about the concept of like attracts like? Does it mean we pass over the spirits that come to welcome us have the same mindset we have? Thank you. Anita, good to see you, sweetheart. So I believe that, yes, like attracts like. Our mind creates our world. So as you say, so if you have a belief system, I'm not a religious person. The closest religion, I say my religion is love, but Buddhism to me is like, for me, that responds to me. I relate to Buddhism, if you will, out of all those disciplined religions, but never one really. But I would say that my space is an open-minded space, and I try to be open-minded to every single person, and that's what I want when I go from here to the spirit world. I will be in a realm where there are other people like me, like yourself. So your belief systems, you will go to that space you've created based upon your thoughts, your words, and your experiences and your deeds. So, and your mindset. So, again, if you are someone who didn't believe in any of this and you're very scientific or skeptical, you'll go to a space over there where the like attracts like. You'll go to those other people on that realm that believe very pragmatically that they're scientists and the things should be measured and so forth. And you just don't change because you leave the physical body. You don't change that quickly. You are what you think. And you will go to that realm and stay in that realm for as long as you need to. In that, you will be on that realm for as long as you, what can we say, live it out. Live out that way of thinking. Just like on this earth, people have a certain mindset. I'm just going to use an example. I'm going to use an example of, let's say, the religious right in this country, because the whole thing from Roe versus Wade with the taking away human rights to me is like incredible. But there may be some kind of a religious, if you will, mindset, closed. I would say it's a closed mindset, because everybody should have rights. If people only knew that the soul didn't even come to the body till the 9th month, it'd be a very different story. So that mindset, let's say the religious right mindset or Jesus or thing, which is great. I'm not judging it. That's just the way someone's at. That's their level that's their journey. Everybody has a right to the journey they're on. They will finally pass over. They'll be with those people who think exactly the same way. And they don't necessarily change that quickly. Just like down here, sometimes they change and open minds, sometimes they don't. Same thing happens over there. I remember I was with Leslie Flint, who was a very, probably the last physical medium here in the 20th century. And he was the most well-known, most tested physical medium. And he used to have voices come through in an artificial voice box in the air through ectoplasm. And I remember we're sitting there, and a lady came through talking, and she was, they call her Salvation Annie. And she said, "You realize what you're doing is wrong. You realize this is against Jesus. This is against Jesus' wishes. You're doing all the devil's work down there." And then another person spoke on top of her, and it was a guide, and he said, "Please understand, we wanted to demonstrate to you that there are people of all different realms and levels here, and still they don't change that quickly. That this lady, it believes that's her way of thinking, and she's trying to pontificate that here in the spirit world as she did on earth, and she hasn't changed that mindset right away. So just give her understanding and love, and that's where she's at." Same thing we have to do on the earth. And as regards come back to go on this earth and teaching, for me, my job is just to plant seeds. I'm not here to prove to people you have to believe in life after death. This is the way it is. No, I just present what I know, my knowledge, my experience, whether it's with the animals, the humans, the people in the spirit world. And it's just to help you on your own journey to, if it resonates as truth, use it for your own evolvement, your own journey. So anyway, there we go, Anita. Hope that helps. Okay, Dominic. Hi, Dominic. Hello, James. The person dies, but their spirit hangs around. So, first of all, when they die, they hang around. Okay. Okay. First of all, when someone's going to pass over, it doesn't just happen in that and they go over. What happens is spirit world prepares for them, at least, let's say, a month Earth time, if not before. They are preparing for that arrival. It's like we go to meet someone at an airport. They're preparing the space. They're preparing for that arrival to come over. They've been looking forward to them to come back home. So you have to remember, no one ever dies alone. None, the spirit goes, they're just like hanging out, waiting. They are brought with them. The people meet them and greet them and bring them home. And I've never met a spirit, and I've done this, and I've had near-death experiences that just want to hang out because they just want to hang by the earth. Most of them are happy to go. Now, I've often talked about, when I worked on the show The Ghost Whisperer, we had a lady named Miriam Winkowski work with us who dealt with earthbound spirits. And she would help to release them. And that's what I based the show on. But I do say that majority of the spirits, a good 90%, move on. Not many stay close to the earth. I would say occasionally there could be some who think, oh my goodness, in their mindset, they might have had a religious background, or the devil's going to get them, and they're not proud of the life they lived, and maybe they go into that light, they'll have to burn or something. But there are those souls who help them, who come in, and there are family members who greet them and they see them. So most of us all of us are taken care of. We leave the body. Okay. All right, next question. Okay, Art. Hi, Art. My 16 3/4-year-old Scotty is nearing the end. Oh, God bless you, Art. How do I help her to pass with love and without fear? So, Art, what I did with Maisie, and I think you should, and I don't know what the circumstances are, but what I would do with Maisie, and I think you could do it because, they are so connected. They're so beyond us. I would sit with Scotty on the bed, or his favorite bed, or a chair, or whatever, and just sit and speak with Scotty for a good 15 minutes, 1.5 hours, and just pet him and speak to him and speak to his heart. And you can then close your eyes and listen to him speak back to you. And you can ask him to say, they don't have fear like we do. They're not humans. They're more aware. And just say, Scotty, I'm going to let you go. How would you like it to go? When would you like to go? With circumstances, I don't want you to be in any pain. I did that with Maisie, and it was an amazing experience. And Art, I think you're going to benefit from my experience as well, because I think you're very similar to me in that. Maisie taught me a lot when she passed over, my doggie. She taught me when she passed, I wasn't grieving. I did see her in spirit form, but I remember I didn't grieve because I knew I lived every moment fully with her while she was in the body. And that alone was incredible. That made it all worth it. So I had nothing to grieve because we lived fully. And I knew that we'd see each other again. And I knew she'd prepare a place for me when it was my time. And I said to her, make sure you come again when it's my time. And you can do that. But it's a wonderful, incredible experience that you give Scotty. And just assure Scotty that you're there with them. Animals know more than we do. But Scotty will be fine. So please do that. Okay, good luck. Okay. Hi, Philip. Are we reunited with our pets when we pass over? Yes, 100%. I did a movie called Talking to Heaven based on my book, and Ted Danson played me. And you can get it on Amazon, or I think Prime, or whatever it is, and download it. And there's a scene I put in there because it was in my book. And John Pilmeyer, the writer that worked with me, he put it in with me. He said, can we do this? I said, yeah. And there's a scene in a hospital room. And this man is about to pass. And all of a sudden, the camera goes by this hospital door, looks in the door, and there's a German Shepherd that jumps on his bed, and the man is coming out of the body, and the German Shepherd comes to rescue him, to bring him home. So yeah, unconditional love of those animals, it's nothing like it. And during the workshops, we're going to do some incredible exercise with your animals. So make sure in the workshop you have your animals close by you, because we want to do something at the moment with your animals there in the room. So make sure when you're in the workshop this Wednesday, you have your animals close by, whether in a bed or in a cage, whatever. And we'll do some experimenting stuff and working with the animals. So that's this Wednesday again, August 10th. And you want to sign up for that, JP School of Mystical Arts. Okay. Hi, Robert Monroe. Good to see you. Yes, on Friday's event, we do have that. We have that available. Um, yes, if you go to the my page, vampprog.com, Robert, and put in the support item there, and just have like a copy of the video and put your information, we can get that to you. Okay. Another question we have here. Let's see. Okay, Donna. Hi, Donna. My family is a mess since my father chose to leave his entire fortune to my sister to create more pain in our family. Wow. Okay. Is there anything we can recommend to deal? Well, first of all, let's back up. Wow. So my family is a mess since my father chose to leave his entire fortune to my sister. So that's his story, right? So that's what he did. And we don't have to have the pain continue, right? We don't have to. So it is what it is. It's stuff. It's money, possessions, not who you are, the things. And you don't have to continue that drama, continue that pain. It's your choice, Donna, if you want to be in that victimhood and continue with that pain and that story continuing on, or you can just stop it and neutralize it. He's like, that's it. Is there anything you can recommend to help us deal with the fact that she has become very secretive and doesn't share her plans with my father's estate? I don't know the ins of your connection, but you know, uh, I don't know what to say to you in that everybody handles death differently. When someone passes over, the worst part of humans come out. And when their estates are involved and money and wills and all that, the worst comes out in people. I found in my situation when my dad passed, not to get caught up in the drama. And there's also family entitlement, family issues come to the surface. But my advice is don't get caught up in the drama. If you need to secure an attorney for your interests, that's fine. But try to speak to her. Maybe it's too close now, but try to speak to her. And if it doesn't work out, don't hold on to it. Don't hold on to it because it'll affect more aspects in many areas of your life than just the family. It will. So don't give it any charge. Don't. If you need to get someone else to handle that for you, like an attorney who does that, that's fine. But don't hold on to anything negative. You don't want that because the more you have that negativity, the more it grows and evolves and expands. You don't want that in your life. You don't want that affecting other areas of your life. So this is an opportunity for you to grow, to stop that pain, stop the story, break that story, break the pattern, break the cycle. You have that opportunity. So you're going to take the high road, Donna, I hope. Okay, good luck. Okay, Dominic again. Hi. My brother passed away a year ago, but I feel he is still here. Well, he is here. There is here. Here is there. They're right next to us. The spirit world is all around us. It's not up there. It's all around us. It's just a different vibration. Just like, again, I talked about the waves that we don't see. Exactly that. The spirit world are on a higher frequency. We don't see them physically, but they're there. They're right around us. Okay. Does that mean he hasn't crossed over and hasn't seen family? No, he's crossed over, but he's close to you because that love connection continues on, Dominic. So you'd feel him, especially a brother. He will love you. No, they passed over. And yeah, no, not at all. He's passed over. It's so funny because the only earthbound spirits that I know are us. We're the earthbound ones. We're stuck here. The others are gone on. We're stuck on this vibration. Okay. Hi, Mira. Nice to be part of you again. You part of this space. I dream every night. Well, good. I don't dream every night. Most people I don't think do dream every night. Good for you. I dream every night and have had dreams where my pup, who is living, has accompanied me. 100%. Dogs, kitties, they go with us in the astral world at night. We travel. We'll be with them many times. Those animals that have passed before us, we will see them on dream state many, many times. When I was amazing, was still in the physical body, and I would be on tour at hotels. I'd be in a hotel bed and watching television or packing, and there'd be Maisie coming on the bed. She'd be right there. I'd say, "Hi, honey," and it happened all the time when I was in a hotel. So they're with us. They travel with us all the time. Okay, Janet. James is a veterinarian. Good for you. And four-legged kid, mom. I can't tell you the number of times on exam that my hands go to the place of the animal's body. When beginning my exam, there's an issue. Perfect. That was different than what they came to the office. 100%, Janet, 100%. And I wish you would teach other veterinarians that. And they would get it because they're sensitive. I find veterinarians are more sensitive than medical doctors. And let your hand guide you. You bet. I used to question that. Now I just trust it. Please trust it. And thank the universe one for showing me. You betcha. Continue. And Janet, teach that to others. And it's just a matter of sensing, feeling, scanning the body. Just like we do humans, we do animals. We can scan from the top of the head all the way to the bottom, the tail. And a kitty cat, same thing. And you can feel, and you just allow yourself, just allowing yourself. We'll talk about this in the workshop too. Just allowing yourself to feel the energy of the animal, first attuning yourself. Then you'll feel when there's a disruption in the energy, when something's in balance. You'll feel when there's a growth, if you will, something's foreign in the body. You'll feel then, the more you allow yourself, you'll feel something's not right with the blood here or the kidneys. Yeah, it's really cool. So good for you, Janet. Continue on, my love. Okay. Hi, Doreen. I loved being on your show last Friday. That was a great night. Loved my reading. It was totally awesome. Thanks, Doreen. Doreen had a great reading on Friday. I thought it was fabulous. And I remember we said to you, I did, but they're coming to me, that you're very mediumistic, which you are. So I hope you're looking into the course. It was Friday night was a great group reading. They're on once a month. They do them. And that, Doreen, thank you very much. It was a great night. I thought one of my favorite ones the past several months. And such interesting things came through. I remember the girl from Vienna. She's a lovely girl. If you remember, Doreen, the girl from Vienna was there. And I brought through her a partner who had passed over, who gave her an engagement ring, who they never got married because he died. And he came through and kind of opened the door for others. And then her aunt came through. I said, there's a lady here and she's ironing clothes. She's ironing like napkins and serviettes and tablecloths. And she said, everything has to be just perfect. And she said, yes, that's my aunt. She was like that. And the aunt said that she was very regimented and she had to follow strict rules and details. And she said to everybody in the room, so I'm going to share with everyone here, everybody in the room, she said, don't live like I lived. Don't limit yourself. Don't be in a room and look out the window. Be outside the window. Live outside the window. Don't limit yourself in a room. And it's so true of humans. Don't limit ourselves. We tend to. Don't do it. Live life. And that was her message. It was very good. Thanks, Doreen. Okay. Kelly Smith. Hi, Kelly. Do animal Reiki on dogs? I do animal Reiki on dogs. Fantastic. I groom. Of course. You're a healer. Of course you would, right? And listen to you as well. I will take this class. You should, Kelly. It'll help. It'll enhance what you already know. It'll bring you to another level, if you will. And you can use other techniques that it's like you already know this. A lot of these things you already know intuitively, but it'll be guiding you to different ways in, and you'll check things out. It'll be pretty cool. And the best part is when we have the animals in the room with you, we'll do that. Okay. Caroline. Hi, Caroline East. Caroline East, you remind me very much of my friend Caroline Mumolo. She is an incredible psychic, the best psychic I've been to, who reads cards. And she's back in New York, and she reads regular playing cards. And she's going to come out in August and visit me. But you remind me a lot of her. She's an excellent psychic. Hi, James. We are told that when we cross over, that we will be reunited with our spouse and partner, loved one who predeceased us. That is true. But what happens if one or two is far more spiritually evolved than the other? They want to be together, but they don't. Right. Exactly what you said. They don't want to be together, but don't they have to go to their appropriate levels of spiritual existence? Exactly right, Caroline. So I've many times have done readings where someone has had several partners. One lady had 5 pass over. And the way it was explained to me is, you of course, just like you said, you go to that level which you've created, which we just talked about, with your thoughts, words, and deeds, your mindset, your awareness level, your spiritual awareness. So you'll go to that level. And you'll be with those other beings who are on that same level. And there might be some of your partners that understand that or don't. It seems that, and just like here, I always use the analogy that we live in, many people are on the site right now, live in what we call the United States. And what is that? Well, it's a country made up of different states. So same thing with the spirit world. There are different states of being, different levels that exist based upon your mindset. And there are some people that live on the earth together 50 years, their partners, and they pass over and they're in different places. I find that more often than not. And they say, well, we don't belong together. We have different things we're doing or different understandings. And we're just going to pursue this part of myself, this aspect of myself. And the other person's going to, doesn't mean they don't see each other and visit each other, but they're not together because They're out to learn. They're doing other things. That does happen. A good friend of mine just lost his father 2 weeks ago, and his father and the father was 91, his wife was 91, and they were in New Jersey, and a loving, loving, loving couple. I had such a great time with them. They came to see a demonstration of mine at the Count Basie Theater in New Jersey, and they're just such loving people. And the father passed away on a Sunday, and the wife passed away on Monday. So they were so connected. So, and they'll probably be together for a little bit on the other side as well. It doesn't mean that you're chained together forever. You have choices to make. You go and experience whatever you need to learn different aspects of your soul being and the expression of self, and to understand things in different ways. There's no rest when you get to the other side, really. Many times you're doing things, you're learning things, you're experiencing things. It's not as heavy like life here. It's much easier, but you do things on the side for the quality, that what's right for your soul, what feeds your soul and feeds other people. Everybody seems to, most people's beings that I know, I've heard about, will work on the other side once they stop with the, if you will, the sense of being that level of forgiveness, and that they have a past life, or sorry, have a life review, and they realize maybe I didn't love my children, I should have been my partner, or this, and they're in this space for a little bit, and then there's like we call a second death, where they go to that space where they want to go to, maybe to learn something creative, or do some service work, some counseling work to other people, to help other people. It's all about helping others, and do it in your time that's right for you. There's no rush. There's no time clock. Doesn't happen. Your soul works on your soul's progression as it's meant to. It's a very natural experience. Okay, good. Hi, Jay Jackson. Will you, of course, teach me how to board my dogs and travel without worrying about them? Yes. We will go through that, and I'll make sure I make a note of that too, because it's a very good one. And of course, I'm dealing with that too. And I've had to go learn that. And I met some wonderful boarding school people who are very special in my eyes. And it's very, very easy, actually. You're going to be shocked boarding your doggies and animals. Because the most thing with the animals, with the boarding, we'll go over that during the workshop, is to let them know that you're coming back, that this is just temporary. And they know, but they get connected. We want to make sure there's no anxiety. So we will discuss that for sure. There it is. Sign up for JVP School of Mystical Arts.com. Yeah, good. Okay, a couple more questions, I think. Hi, Dawn. Hi, James. I was meditating, and a German Shepherd was in my vision. Just talking about it. He was barking, but not at me. He is showing himself that he protects me. Very much, Dawn. I've had that experience before, and I've heard that before. There are animal protectors, no doubt about it. I've heard that the spirit animals will protect us. Yes, and they can be totem animals as well for you. Very good. Thank you, Tommy Lynn Crimer. Tammy Lynn. Love you, James. You're awesome. Just found out. I found your page. Oh, great. I'm glad you found it. Thanks. Christine Mahoney, my husband just passed. I'm sorry, sweetheart. And I read with Kelly. Okay. She was amazing. Yeah, Kelly White is amazing. Kelly White, you're amazing, just so you know, you're watching. I have earlier books since June 14th, when I lost him. Okay. I feel like my soul is growing. It is growing, Christine. And one of the biggest ways the soul grows and expands is through a death, a loss of a loved one. It forces us on our path. It helps us to kind of go with them in our mindset, and they bring us with them. If we allow ourselves to go with them in that mindset, that they'll share stuff with us, and if we're open-minded, we can receive it. It's very true. I miss him so bad. You miss the physical part of him, which is natural and normal. I need to know he's with me. Yeah, he did. I'm sure Kelly provided that truth to you. But will you accept it? See, then that's up to you. Because if you have a medium who provides information and tells you that, then that's the way they are. The rest is up to you. We have twin-year-old girls and a 3-year-old son. Is he with them? I'm sure he is with them. Why wouldn't he be with them? Sure. So he's going to help them as well. That's part of his mission. And as a soul group, we probably all decided before the incarnation that he was going to go first and was going to teach you, your souls, various lessons that you had to learn. There is a pain, of course, and we can't negate that. That's what the pain of losing a loved one, a partner, especially a father and a husband, a father. That's tough. It's a tough one. It's an advanced lesson for an advanced soul. So reserved only for advanced souls. The hardest lessons on earth are really those reserved for the most advanced souls. Joanne, hi Joanne. Hello from Maine. I've signed up for the animal class. Great. You're going to really love it. Is there a link that will be sent to me? You can join the live event. Looking forward to it. If you go on there, yeah, there'll be a link sent to you. Just got to register your name, and we'll be sending that out tomorrow, I believe, the link for the course. Hi, Sue. We rescued a beautiful dog from Human Society. Yes, Humane Society. He had been in an abusive home as a pup. We love him so, and he knows he is safe and loved with us. Do dogs ever forget being abused or the person who was mean to them? It's a great question. I think Samantha will answer differently than I will, maybe. I'm not sure, but I can just go based upon I've rescued many, many doggies. Not cats, I'm allergic, but doggies I have. And I have to just go with what I'm going to think. And I don't think they forget. I don't think they forget. I think if someone gets kind of ingrained in their genetics and their sense of self, because like humans, in many ways, that trauma stays with them. My Maisie that I used to have, I remember that you can't go near her tail. You couldn't go near her tail because she'd whip around and bite you. And she was the sweetest dog, but that don't go in that rear area with her tail. So Samantha helped me with that. And she did a reading, and she said, "I'm going to do a reading tomorrow on Maisie, and it'll be around 2:00. And just I just want to let you know that, and I'll call you afterwards." I said, "Great." So she does her own thing, and then calls back. So James, there's something about her. When she was a puppy, she ran away. She was in this litter. She was the runt of the litter, and she ran away, and she was in a construction zone because I kept on hearing construction, and she got stuck in a pipe. And they were looking for her, and they found her. And the only way they could get her out of the pipe was to pull her tail. That's why they got her out of the pipe. So that trauma was still there. I once rescued a doggie named Peanut, a little doggie, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I was. 36 dogs were found in a hoarder situation. 36, and this is one of the 36 dogs. And I thought I could rescue it, and we, really get it back to somewhat normal ways of thinking. And what happened was he was so messed up in his head that you couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything with him. He was so frenetic, always running around. And a puppy was like that, but this was even a little bit more aggressive. And it dawned on me. I said, "Oh, I know why." I tuned into him, and the dog told me that he was afraid something was going to fall on him. Because he was in a hoarder situation, he was always under boxes and things, and he was always had to be on really like hyper active and be hyper aware that something was going to fall on him and kill him. So that was ingrained in him. So we can do the best we can with what we've given, and some can be helped, and others cannot. But Samantha might think differently. Okay, one more. Yes. Hi, Jody. I think and feel that when I pass over, I'll be with all the animals. Me too. To be with them, heal, and communicate. I hope I'm right about this one. Thanks for all you do. You're welcome, Jody. You can go wherever you want to go. So there's no limitation. So that you'll just feel where the love is, and you'll go where that love is. And of course, animals, unconditional love. So that's really what it's about. So I look forward to working with a lot of you. I hope many of you will sign up. The JP School of Mystical Arts this Wednesday, August 10th, right in front of you. There it is. Spend the course for a 2-day workshop, 2 live workshops, and then the course and the special stuff we're going to do with the animals. All right, my friends, God bless you, and hope you'll join me tonight at 6:00 how can we learn to forgive. So the show is going to be all about forgiveness, which is a spiritual virtue I talked about. And that's on Both Sides Now Beyond at 6:00 tonight with Kelly White and myself. So please learn to forgive tonight. Assisting yourself to forgive and forgive others. We'll see you then. Okay. God bless. Bye-bye.